I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yeah, I'm back with another live stream. About a couple of days ago, I'm subscribed to a lady by name of Stacy Patton. I've been subscribed to her for I've been subscribed to her for at least 6-7 months. I should say at least. I'll say the better part of this year, I've been subscribed to her Substack. And ever since the Charlie Kirk assassination, you have bomb threats being made to HBCUs. You had people like the Debate Fearless crew going into Tennessee State. Then they went to the next day or 2 days later, they went to Maryland State University, only to be kicked out of that campus as well. Then black churches themselves were also targeted when a person by the name of, I'm trying to remember his name, Frank Scales, the former student body president of the community college of Philadelphia, tried to storm into Mother Bethel AME Church of Philadelphia when he was trying to go after the district attorney of Philadelphia. And if you saw my last video, therefore, so now MAGA, or the black, whatever is left of Black MAGA, has decided to go another route. Since black universities are the holdout from the Charlie Kirks and the Brandon Tatum type because they normally are not invited. And since they're trying to either take down certain black leadership down by either telling them not to vote in 2028 or in next year's election, 2026 election, they trying to find a way to again peel off to vote Republican or peel off, or at least the better job is tell them not to vote at all. And we're gonna talk, and Femi, you're right about this. See, all throughout the better part of this year, they talk about black fatigue. Well, if you got black fatigue, why are you going to black people to talk about black issues and going to black churches and black schools and black congregations and black meetings trying to invade their space with your MAGA activity? Now, no, yes, I got the copyright up. But let me show you and read some of what Miss Patton's statements here. And let me go ahead and take this down for y'all so you can see it for yourself. The link is in the description box, by the way. So let me go ahead and read some of this. So now I joined her. I subscribe to her Substack page, and I love it how she went off on Phil the Advice show. The roasting she did on Phil the Advice show is a must read. It's a must read, y'all. It's a must read. I might do a video on that later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and read some of this. Right, it has Brexit student movement. Yeah, it has all these Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, wannabes are up here. And here's what Miss Dr. Stacey Patton. Oh, and she's on that hit list. She's on Charlie Kirk's hit list. Hope you know about that, right? Anyway, I did a video on that the other day. Y'all, look at this flyer with its loud ass fonts, sunken eyes of soul, and the quiet desperation of a rebrand of white supremacy and blackface. It looks like a group chat of black MAGA grifters whose ancestors stayed busy snitching on plantation runaways. Every smile says that the check cleared, and every pose screams, "Massa, I made it." Across the top, in the bold, freedom-flavored colors, the flyer shouts, "Educate to liberate." Tour. Brexit goes to HBCUs, as if what we've been missing on campus is a pop-up shop for anti-black enlightenment. The sheer gall of it all, educate to liberate. That phrase was born in our classroom, baptized in blood, weaponized against the very systems these clowns now serve. The HBCUs are the reason black people can read, think, write, and resist. We built the blueprint for liberation while their political daddies were busy blocking the schoolhouse door, denying us the right to vote and stringing black folks up from trees. Seeing that slogan on a MAGA flyer seems like watching somebody tag "All Lives Matter" on a Harriet Tubman statue and reserve Rosa Parks seat at a Trump rally. Is death, blasphemy, and commie all rolled up in one ugly performance of self-hatred. Now, but that's their hustle. They take the language of Black freedom movement, stripped it of context, and sell it back to white conservatives as diversity work. And that work is being done by subcontractors of white supremacy who rent out their skin tone for optics and outreach. There were their corridors of the plantation afterlife, doleful, smiling, and always ready to fetch up the whip when asked. This fall, while HBCU campuses prepare for homecoming, those second weeks of reunion, rhythm, and release, Blexit and Turning Point USA have announced plans to roll through our gates to peddle their plantation politics, and they call it a tour, but I call it an invasion because that's what it is. It's white-funded right-wing infiltration of Black sanctuaries under the premise of dialogue and quote-unquote critical thinking. But they're not coming to learn, to rebuild, or to listen. They're coming to harvest content and to provoke reactions and stage manage gotcha moments for their YouTube donors. And they have chosen the most sacred season of an HBC year to do it. Let's be clear who's behind it. Turning Point USA, the organization co-founded by Charlie Kirk, who spent the last decade turning colleges into propaganda playgrounds for the far right, its offshoot, Brexit, a blackface extension of that mission, originally co-opted by Candace Owens, a Black woman who turned it into a minstrel show for white grievance. Now under the banner of Educate to Liberate, they're coming to HBCUs, the same institutions that white conservatives had mocked and starved for decades. The same people who gutted affirmative action, banned Black history books, and screamed that DEI is reverse racism, now wanted to stroll into our campuses and talk about freedom. And the timing isn't coincidental. They're arriving in the wake of two flashpoints. First, the Charlie Kirk killing, which has already weaponized as martyrdom. And in conservative media, Kirk's death has become proof that America's left has declared war on free speech. Turning Point influence invoked his name as a rallying cry, urging students to continue Charlie's mission, by storming campuses with truth. The second, the Tennessee State University incident, late September, a group called itself Fearless Debates, White Man and MAGA has holding signs that read DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals, now showed up unannounced on a TSU campus. It was an act of deliberate provocation. Students confront them. The campus security escort them out. And the right-wing media immediately framed it as Black intolerance. Within hours, the right-wing commentators and conservative outlets began to spinning the story into their favorite narrative: Black intolerance, the woke mob, cancel culture run amok. The group on account on X bragged that they should have been tabled at a HBCU and that a riot erupted after 10 minutes. Let me stop right there. That's why they should be sued. Because no riot took place. You know what? I'm gonna call the NAACP in a minute. Yeah, I'm still on that. Anyway, framing the encounter as proof that Black students can't handle free speech. Local outlets like News Channel 5 reported the appearance as an unauthorized visit and quote the university statement describing it as a unapproved protest activity. Even TSU's official Instagram post, which praised the students for responding in a professional manner, was twisted by the group supporters as evidence that the school was suppressing free thought. Reddit and other comment threads filled with debates about a MAGA invasion of TSU. The spin was predictable and strategic. Provoke black students on their own campus, get escorted off, then run to conservative media crying persecution. But it's the same playbook Turning Point USA and its satellite movements has been doing for years. They weaponize proximity, filmed reaction, feed it to white grievance media as proof that the left hate ideas, and what happened at TSU isn't a debate. It was a social experiment in manufactured outrage and a dry run for HBCU tour that is now dressed up as a conversation. Now both moments has converged into the perfect propaganda storm. The narrative writes itself. Charlie Kirk dies for free speech. Brave patriots bring his message to HBCUs. Angry woke mobs try to silence him. This is the script, and Brexit is their black cast. A racist white man got shot by another white man in a sea of white faces in the whitest state in America, and somehow the moral of that story is come harass black college kids. This is how white supremacy oh my god, crisis. I'm sorry, I know it. I can't pronounce the word right now. Y'all gotta forgive me on that. But it never turns inward, even when the violence is entirely self-inflicted. The fallout must be externalized onto black bodies, black spaces, and black institutions. A white man kills another white man, and instead of holding up a mirror, they reach for a microphone and head for the nearest HBCU yard to demand gratitude for their courageous conversation. The same ecosystem that breeds white racial paranoia, gun obsession, and martyr fantasies now want to host teach-ins and fearless debates about unity at the very campus built to survive their violence. Now, they call it bridge building, but what is it really? Is boundary testing? They're coming to measure how far they can trespass into our sanctuaries before we flinch. The spectacle of Kirk's death has become an excuse to reinsert ideological dominance, to remind us that even our own spaces are subject to their exclusion. And Brexit, with the rented diversity and recycled slogans, is a delivery system for white grievance wrapped in meddling. But isn't it just speech? No, it's violence. What these groups are doing is symbolic, psychological, and historical violence. It's a violation of space, history, and memory. It's an intrusion of into the very sanctuaries black ancestors built to escape the hostilities of white America. HBCUs are not just schools, they are holy ground. They are the physical embodiment of our refusal to die stupid under oppression. When white conservatives and their black proxies walk into these grounds pretending to debate ideas, they are reenacting the oldest American ritual, trespassing on into black joy to reinsert control. They know exactly what they're doing by targeting homecoming. That's not random timing, it's psychological warfare. Homecoming is black as fuck. It is the black calendar's holiest week. It's where we gather to remember who we are, to see ourselves mirrored in the pride and excellence to excel, to choose that moment for MAGA spectacle to disintegrate sacred time. It's like walking to a black church doing a communion to sell Confederate flags. So don't be fooled by their buzzwords, critical thinking, free speech, debate. These are not intellectual pursuits in their hands, they're bait. They set up tables with cameras rolling, goat students into emotional exchanges, and edit the footage to make themselves look calm and rational while we look angry and or irrational. It's textbook manipulation. Their goal is to generate content, not conversation. And that content has a function, which is to feed the algorithm of white grievance. It fuels donor money, clicks, Fox News segments, and commentary in their racist right-wing college media rags. It helps Republicans claim that their outreach to the black community, even though they swipe away our rights and try to put us back on plantations. And say something else. These same white institutions and pundits spend decades telling us we don't belong at their schools. They fought tooth and nail to keep us out of PWIs, which is public white institutions, by the way. That's what it means. But when the Supreme Court ended affirmative action, they cheered. When Florida and Texas banned black studies, they celebrated. Hold on, wait a minute. Since they banned black studies in Texas, that prompted me to do something. Since y'all want to talk to me about hustling, right? Don Gorgito. But anyway, I digress. Now suddenly we're deeply concerned about the intellectually diversity of black students at HBCUs. GTFO HWTBS. If they truly care about black students, they fight for funding parity. They will speak up about housing insecurity, underfunded faculties, or the chronic gaps in research funding, but they don't. Their concern begins and ends with colonizing one space they can't yet control. And that's why this hits so deep. For generations, we carried the trauma of being told we don't belong. The HBCUs were built as a refusal to keep begging for entry. And to see white-funded operatives show up now, trying to delegitimize our autonomy under the disguise of inclusion is evil. Their message to us is simple. Y'all can't have anything to yourself, not even joy. And that's what makes it violent. It's death of peace. It's an invasion of safety. It's outspoken reminder that white supremacy will follow wherever you flee, your churches, your classroom, your celebrations. They understand that HBCUs produce more than degrees. We produce culture, resistance, and critical frameworks. We birth the journalists, the lawyers, and the artists who make America answer for its sins. That's why they're coming to our campuses, because they lost control of the narrative, because white supremacy is panicking, because the great children of the people they enslaved now write syllabus, because the real power of an HBCU is not in the debate, it's in the drumline, the scholarship, the legacy, and the laughter echoing from the yard. They can't defeat what they can't define. If this piece books, okay, yo, so yeah, that's it right here. That's all with Dr. Stacey Patton, and yes, she is a target by a Turning Point USA hit list. By the way, yes, she's a, yeah. So anyway, let me get back in the chat room. Let me get back in the chat room, see what's going on. Yes, you're right, Koja. Another ambulance. So anyway, let me check the other. They said, see, it's a double-edged sword. If black people react, they're savages. If black people don't react, they're freckless and pussies. Yeah. Just like that nonsense with the dudes at the Harris rally. It's like saying the judge is violating your free speech rights because she doesn't like you. You go to the middle of the courtroom to talk. They don't want us to remember who you are. Yeah, facts. Yeah. Right. So anyway, this is all I got to say for this live stream. Y'all can donate. I don't care if y'all donate. I'm monetized now. Thank y'all for showing up to the ladies who's in my chat room. I might be back, who knows? I might find another article. Yeah, right, Femi. We can't have anything, even our joy outrageous. Yeah, exactly. And the problem is you got these black Negroes online, Anton, Angry Man, the Black Manosphere, BGS, Igmore, Don Gordito, talking to you. Y'all like to sit there and defend bullshit like this. Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all next time, and see you later. I'm out. And about that ending black studies in Texas, do y'all really want me to do something? No. I'm sorry. I gotta scroll up, y'all. I gotta scroll up because I warned people, it was going to happen. I told y'all on some of these panels that this was going to happen, but since y'all want to shit it on me, since this happened in my home state, that's why I don't go on black panels. Okay? Because y'all only thing y'all want is stupidity to be taught. Y'all want to be trolling and everything else. But anyway, let me jump off of here. Y'all be easy. And you know what? Yeah. When right here, when she said when Florida and Texas banned black studies, they celebrated. That means black history has been erased. They actually erased black history when I was in college, or I should say at the beginning. There was a road because slavery is not taught anymore. I want y'all to notice that. Instead of saying slavery, that's it. In indentured servitude in the textbooks. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I said enough. As Candace and the Hodge twins, yeah. But I'm going to say it right now. Black MAGA, I'm going to tell, I told people at the beginning of the year, the great pushback is coming for black conservatives. And I don't think, though, they understand it. It's coming for them. That you know, the pushback is coming. But anyway, I'll see y'all later, and I'm out of here. Peace, and I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.